Hey, trending topics. This is Miss Corey. I'm going to go through the directions for U6-L3, the World Issue Slideshow. So, overview. Your job is to track a world regional news story over the next 3 school weeks. You will research your topic, summarize articles related to your topic, make predictions about your topic, and explore how your topic impacts the world. This will be a step-by-step, week-by-week process. The whole slideshow will be due Sunday, May 17th, 2026 at midnight. All right, so here are the directions. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to click on this link right here. This will take you to a document with a bunch of countries. Pretty much all the countries in the world that have a significant population. You'll see that I signed up on New Zealand because that is the example that I do. So what you're going to do is you're going to pick your country by putting your name next to the country. So it's a first come first served basis, only one student per country. If there's a country on here that is not listed and you'd like to do a news story from, just email me first, get approval. So let's say I want to pick Brazil. Okay, all I have to do is click on the box next to it and type in my name. Easy as that. All right, so step number 2, you are going to research a news story that is currently relevant in your chosen country. Your news story needs to be 1 week old or newer. Your news story also needs to be ongoing, meaning that there will be potential updates to the news topic in the weeks to come. So here are some of my tips on trying to find a good news source that will be helpful and useful for this project, since we're going to be looking at the news source over a span of 3 weeks. So some global issues that might be ongoing include access to clean water, child labor, human trafficking, equality for women, infectious disease, persecution of minority groups, refugee crisis, changes in political powers, war, weather crisis like hurricanes and floods. All right, so step number 3. You're only going to complete this step for Unit 6 week 3, which will be from April 27th through May 1st, 2026. You're going to open up your U6-L3 World Issue Slideshow on Schoology. For Unit 6 week 1, you are just going to complete slides number 1 through 6, okay? So I'll repeat that again. For Unit 6 week 1, you are just going to complete slides 1 through 6. You're not going to go any farther than that, just slides 1 through 6. You're going to follow the instructions that are in the speaker notes of the slideshow. I have also put what you need to do for each slide below. So the slideshow that you will be getting is a template. It looks like this here. So as you can see with slide number 1, you're going to put your name of your country and then the name of the news story you chose, as well as your own name. And then for Unit 6 week 1, you're going to start off with slide 3, which is a map. So what you need to do is you need to slide up this little bar on the bottom here, slide that up. That is the speaker notes below. That will tell you what you need for each of the slides. So for slide 3 directions, you're going to include a map of where your country is located in the world. For slide number 4, you need the link to your original news story, the name of your news source you got it from, the name of the reporter of the news story, when the news story was originally published. So make sure that your news story has to be a week old or newer, and include a picture pertaining to the news story. Slide number 5 is you're going to include the following information on the slide. So you're going to do 4 to 6 sentences or bullet points explaining the background of the news story and include a picture pertaining to the news story. And then slide number 6 is making a prediction. So make a prediction for what you think will happen in your news story for the next 2 weeks and include a picture pertaining to the news story. And then that is all you have to do for Unit 6 week 1. So once you get done with slide number 6, just stop and wait for the next week. All right, so step number 4 is only complete the step for Unit 6 week 2, which is May 4th through 8th. You are going to open up your U6-L3 World Issue Slideshow again, and you're going to complete slides number 8 and 9. And once again, you're going to follow the instructions in the speaker notes. I also put them down here, but it's just a lot easier to look at the speaker notes. So I even labeled it on the slideshow, Unit 6, Week 2. So for slide number 8, you're going to include 3 to 5 sentences or bullet points explaining why this news story is significant to your chosen country, and then a picture of the news story. And then for slide number 9, how has your news story changed from last week to this week? So my hint is like look for updates about what people are doing, who is reporting on it, any new developments about the scenario of your news story. You may look at another news source reporting on your news story to see if other news sources have more updates. And you cannot just say it hasn't changed. You must give me some sort of update. Email me if you are having troubles about it. Also include a link to the update about your chosen news story and include a picture pertaining to your news story. And then that's all you have to do for Unit 6, Week 2. And then finally, we have the last kind of step in all of this. So only complete this step for Unit 6, Week 3, which will be May 11th through 15th. You're going to open up the U6-L2 World Issue Slideshow assignment on Schoology. For Unit 6, Week 3, you're going to complete slides 11, 12, and 13. You're once again going to follow the instructions on the speaker notes. So, slide 11 is an update on the news story. How has your news story changed from last week to this week? Okay, again, here's some hints that I put down if you're kind of struggling to find an update. Also, you can't just say it hasn't changed. You have to give me some sort of update. Email me if you're having troubles. Include a link to the update about your chosen news story, and then include a picture as well. And then, was my prediction correct? Look back at slide number 6. Was your prediction correct? If so, explain what you got correct in your prediction. If not, explain what you got wrong in your prediction. And then include a picture. And then, why should the U.S. care? So in 3 to 5 sentences or bullet points, explain why someone in the United States should pay attention/care about your news story and include a picture. And then that's it. Then you're going to proofread everything and make sure you answer all the questions in the speaker notes. Then you're going to finally turn it into Schoology. So you will have this assignment due, like I said before, on Sunday, May 17th, 2026. So as you're going through Unit 6, Week 1 and Unit 6, Week 2, you do not turn in this slideshow. You wait until the very end after you're done with Unit 6, Week 3 to turn it in. All right. Then I have a few tips here. Feel free to change up the background if you like. Doesn't matter to me. I know some of you like to get creative, and I understand that. Make sure your news story is an ongoing story, meaning that there will be updates as the weeks go on. Need help finding a news story or news source? Just let me know. I'm happy to help you out. If you have any troubles answering the questions for the slideshow, email me. I will help you. Or try a different news story or a different country. And then here is the document about news biases and news sources, if you need to see that as well. If you have any questions, do let me know. I'm more than happy to help you out. Link to the rubric, link to one of my examples I did about New Zealand, because I know some of you really like looking at examples of what we're doing, which is great. That's why I usually include examples. If there's a website block that you're interested in using, let me know and I can try to unblock it for you. And then anything plagiarized or AI will be an automatic 0 for the entire assignment. And make sure your answers are in your own words. All right, that's all I got for you. If you have any questions, please reach out. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.